Right, folks, welcome back. I know I say that every time, but this time it's actually been a few days since I've launched the game. Let me try to figure out where we left off here. We had just finished the Zodiac deck. This is win number 10 in our Gold Stake series. Next up, we have the Painted deck. Before we jump in here, let's look at the Black deck for a moment as a point of comparison here. Black deck says we have +1 Joker slot, so the way that I think about that is if I have an extra Joker, then every hand will do more stuff. You know, every hand has the potential to score more points, and so the drawback is you have fewer hands every round. Except, you know, when the run first begins, you don't automatically start with 6 Jokers. You have to find 6 Jokers, you have to earn 6 Jokers, and so in the beginning, having one less hand every round, that can be, you know, challenging to get off the ground. Especially if we look at the new orange stake, the new gold stake here, introducing the perishable Jokers and the rental Jokers. Okay, with these new Joker stickers on the new higher stakes here, then more difficult for us to find 6 viable Jokers, right? Now, I think of the Painted deck as kind of being the opposite of that, where in the beginning, you start with +2 hand size, and even though we have -1 Joker slot here in the beginning, you don't have any Jokers, right? It doesn't matter how many Joker slots you have. And so we can use this +2 hand size to our advantage. And then later on, as the game goes along, you know, if you have, let's say, like the Troubadour Joker. Troubadour is the Joker that gives you the +2 hand size. As the game goes along, as you develop more deck manipulation, once you build your deck in the way that you want, now you can sell the Troubadour, you know, replace it with something else that potentially just gives you straight up scoring, right? With the Painted deck, you don't have that option. You don't get to do that. So you have to win with fewer Jokers, right? Which means you have more pressure for whatever hand that you're playing as a base needs to be stronger. And so the way that I think about playing on the Painted deck is let's go for hands that score more points on their own. I think about playing straights and straight flushes and, you know, 4 of a kind even. If you're not doing that, then you're not actually getting any benefit from this +2 hand size, and then that's going to be challenging to actually close out the game, right? It's going to be challenging for you to score enough points in the end game. We'll see how it goes. Alright, first option here, we can skip for a free rare Joker. I think this is not something that I'm interested in doing, so I'm just going to play it out here. I think there is some consideration, especially if we're playing on the Painted deck. The Painted deck, since I have fewer Joker slots, okay, well, I want to have higher quality Jokers. So maybe the thing that I want is I want to start with a rare Joker, perhaps. For me personally, the thing that I'm thinking about automatically is trying to build straights. And if the thing that I'm trying to do is build straights, then if I think about all of the different possible rares that I could get, you know, if we go to the collection here, half of the rares are this. Okay, maybe that's a bit of an exaggeration. A third of the rares are this, right? I have duo, trio, family here, tribe. Only one of these is compatible with straights, right? So we don't need that. All right, here I can pick up, this is almost but not quite it is a flush, but it's not scoring enough points, so I'm going to discard like this, looking for maybe one more higher heart. Alright, so Queen Jack 975, that should be enough now for the flush. Alright, we have an option here for hallucination. Unfortunately, it's an eternal hallucination, so, you know, a value generating Joker that I'm not able to sell, and with only 4 Joker slots, I'm not going to pick this up. If I were playing on the Black deck, I would actually seriously consider this. I would do this on the Black deck, just to have that kind of early game value generation, deck manipulation. On the Painted deck here, I could, you know, try this Buffoon pack instead, or maybe I could wait one more round here. I don't have to buy anything right now. You know, I could be interested in something like this, picking up the Grabber here for the extra hand. Let's open the Buffoon pack. So the thing that I'm considering here is I want to get, some number of reasonable jokers eventually. Maybe early on I want to get some kind of money generating joker, and in order to do that I need to see more shops. I need to see more jokers, right? If there's a chance of getting rental jokers, there's a chance of getting perishable jokers. I need to see more jokers so that I can filter out the bad ones. Alright, here we can take Crazy Joker, giving us plus 12 molt for straights. Early on this is of course very good, but again here as an eternal, even if the plan is, even if I want to continue playing straights the entire time, having this eat up a joker slot is not something that I'm interested in doing. I think, with only 4 joker slots, you really have pressure to do more than just this. So maybe I'll pick up Even Steven instead. This, even if I want to go for straights long term, short term, what I can do is I can play, 2 pair with even cards is actually very powerful here. Or even just if I play a straight that only has 2 even cards, that could be plenty. I think also here I will take Judgment for just a random joker, because Judgment, it'll give me a joker that's guaranteed not to have any stickers. So for example, Mystic Summit is perfect actually. So now we're good. Now we don't need to buy anything for a long time. If I wanted to go for straights, maybe what I could do is I could go for the high straight here, though now with Mystic Summit, I don't need to. It doesn't need to be a straight, but we can go for it anyway. Alright, next we've got, again, Judgment here, giving us an opportunity to get a joker that doesn't have any stickers. I think I definitely want that. Supernova here, if I play a lot of straights, could be useful to me, but we know sort of long term, by the time you get to ante 5 or ante 6 or whatever, you will play 20 or 30 straights or whatever. But by that time, you'll have enough Saturn cards. The base scoring of your hand will be leveled up enough to where the extra plus molt from Supernova is not going to matter anymore. If we're playing on the painted deck with the extra hand size, something that I'm thinking about is, having extra steel cards that are going to give me X molt on top of my base before I get the plus molt of the Supernova. So Supernova, of course, not very strong right now early, where I only have, 1 straight that I've played so far, and also not very worthwhile later on when I have most of my scoring coming from the base, coming from the, number of Saturn cards that I pick up. But that's okay. It'll do what it needs to do, and then after it's done we can sell it. Or maybe actually I'm going to sell it right now. If I go up to $6 here, I get an extra $1 of interest. Maybe that's more appropriate. Here we could play a straight if we wanted to, or if we didn't need to here, we could just play a full house here, kings and sixes, or 2 pair, 10s and 6s. That should be enough. Let's we use all the discards, right? So here's kings and 6s. Plenty of points. We only need 2,000 in order to beat the next boss, so we're good for 3 rounds here. Alright, a rental showman is not something that I'm able to pay for right now. A scholar eternal I'm not able to hold on to, so we're just going to save our money for interest. Alright, in the next round here, thinking about maybe I can go for the inside straight draw, going for the 6 here. If I don't go for the 6, maybe I could do something like this. No, if I do that and I get the 3, I'm still going to need the 6. So, yeah, maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll keep the 8 here. If I don't get the 6, maybe I can get, 3 8s. So there, 8s and 4s here if I want. So yeah, if I just, you know, make sure that we use all of our discards here, and then I can play a full house. So, you know, normally I don't go for full houses because it is challenging to get them early on, but if I'm playing on the painted deck with the extra hand size, now I can be a little bit more ambitious with my hands. And that's kind of like the overall lesson here is, if you're playing on the painted deck, you need to think about, how am I actually getting value out of having the extra hand size? And for now, early on, the way that we're getting that value is, oh, I can play things like full houses that I can't normally. All right, here I see the opportunity. We can pick up the popcorn here as a holographic. Is of course very powerful. The question is, like, is this something that I need right now? Is this worth the $8? I think if I didn't already have Mystic Summit, I would say the answer is yes. But we've already demonstrated we're able to score, you know, 2,000, 3,000 points without this. So I think I'm just going to keep saving the money for interest, in which case, you know, maybe I will pick up something like this. Money generating Joker, value generating Joker doesn't automatically translate into money, but getting the free rerolls is very useful. Here I have perishables on Faceless Joker and credit card here. Faceless Joker is pretty good right now as sort of a value generator here. If I have the extra hand size, it is easier for me to find multiple face cards at the same time, and so this will pay for itself after just one round. Now that I have something like this, now that I have, you know, my economy online here, now I know, okay, I have a lot less pressure to, you know, save my money. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy this Celestial pack. I'm looking for a Saturn card. If I don't pick up a Saturn card here, maybe we could be looking at Uranus here, or maybe we could be thinking about Neptune here. A common play pattern for me is starting out with straights and then ending with straight flushes after a little bit of tarot card deck manipulation. I think I will do that. If there was an Earth card here for full houses, of course I would prefer to do that. And then let's go next. If I didn't have this Faceless Joker, I might not buy the Celestial pack there. I have these phase cards that I can discard. I have some odd cards that I can discard. I'm going to discard these odd cards, keeping the full house in hand here. Maybe what I can do, I want to try to find more face cards for the Faceless Joker, though it might be kind of greedy to do that. So, you know, the way that I think about it is, let's say it takes me 3 hands, I get to see 15 cards. And if 15 cards contains 3 face cards, then the $5 will pay for itself. So I think it's worth it to, you know, maybe throw away these cards here and then save my discard. Okay, so we pick up 1 face card. I have 4 of a kind 4s. That should be enough to win the round, so I'm just going to throw away the 10s here, hoping not to score too many points. And a little bit unfortunate that we're still looking for 1 more face card. But we do get the face cards, and that makes it entirely worth it. We pick up the $5 here. And then we can play the 4s to end. Faceless Joker, of course, not at its strongest if we're playing on the higher stakes here where we have the -1 discard, but that's completely fine. Alright, I could be thinking about something like this Ancient Joker here. You know, of course, very powerful if the thing that you're doing is, let's say you're playing flushes. So Ancient Joker, what it does is, let's see here, 5 times of these 1.5s here. You know, if I play 5 hearts and I get 1.5 and it happens 5 times, that's about times 7, right? Times 7.5. So, you know, if I look at something like this, you know, I play a flush here, normally it would be worth 300 points. This is going to bring it up to about 2,000 points here. That's going to, you know, times 7 to this 4 here is going to be a plus 24, right? Is kind of what it does. So this is like plus 24 mult. But this again is going to be before any of this stuff happens, before Mystic Summit happens, or actually is technically compatible with Even Steven here, where you get the plus 4 first and then times the 1.5. You can arrange it that way if you want. I think Ancient Joker is maybe not something that I want to be doing, or it's not something that I need to be doing. We already have enough points to win the next round. This is perishable, so of course, if I pay the $8 here, I'm going to have to replace it later. So I think I'm going to pass on the Ancient Joker. Not because it's not useful, but because I don't need it. And if I don't need it, then we save the money so that we can buy better stuff later. So maybe let's think about to-do list here. I can play a bunch of pairs and I can get money for playing pairs. Is that going to be easier than with the Faceless Joker, trying to discard face cards? Probably this is going to be easier. So maybe I'll be willing to make that exchange. I mean, it only cost me $1 because, with the rental stickers, the base price is $1 and then you can sell it for $1. I'm going to re-roll for free. Thinking about, if I want to pick up the Glutinous Joker here. I think we don't need that, so I won't. I, have $25 here, just like I said in the previous round, because I have the Faceless Joker, or now the to-do list, because I have a value generator, I can afford to spend more money, and so I will. I'll open up the Celestial Pack, again looking for Saturn. If I don't get Saturn, now I do have to decide, do I want Full House here, Earth card, or do I want Neptune? I think between the two of these, I'd rather have Earth. Earth as in, this is a hand that I can reliably play now, whereas like straight flushes, I'm not going to be able to reliably do this until, ante 5 at the earliest. And so I just want to make sure that I have my early game secure here. Next, let's open the Arcana pack. Alright, with the Arcana pack here, I could pick up a Steel card. It's not super helpful right now yet, but it will be, sort of long term. That's a good plan to have. So let's do that, as opposed to, the plus 4 mult from the mult cards is very powerful early on, but then becomes less powerful as you start leveling up your poker hands, have a higher base number here. Similar with the lucky cards, except lucky cards of course have this variance mechanic where it's not always going to pay out. So if I am going to make a Steel card, I think between all of these I prefer it to be a 7. So sort of targeting the middle cards here. Typically we're trying to remove the face cards because of the bosses that debuff the face cards. So let's do that. Let's make a Steel 7. Alright, and then go next. Alright, so here what I want to do is I want to find my winning hand, and then after that we can just play pairs. Because this boss will, of course make us draw our cards face down, which is a little bit uncomfortable. So let's throw away all of these. Let's see here, I've got 6s and 10s here, and I think just the 2 pair with the 10s and 6s should be enough. And so let's do this. Let's play the pair of 2s for the money. We can, now we've got some face down cards here. We can, let's see here, we can play these. I need to find a pair, which is not super easy necessarily. This is a little bit awkward. I'm gonna do it anyway. 3 9s was not what I was looking for. Okay, here between these 10s, I know this is a 10. Between these 6s, I know this is a 6. Here with the aces, I know this is a pair of aces. So maybe we can play something like this, I guess. I know this is a pair. Alright, and then now if we want, we can use our discard here. And now I have to ask the question, okay, am I willing to pay $3 for the to-do list? And the answer is probably not. I don't want to pay the rental fee, so I'll sell it now and then play my full house. Alright, as another value generating joker, I can pick up the business card here. I think let's go... I want to find, something that's going to help me score. Now I need 3,000 points for the next round, so I'm going to re-roll first. Being here, again, another enabling joker, enabling me with an extra +5 to my hand size, so I can get basically whatever hand that I want. Maybe. I'd rather find something that helps me score. I already have the +2 hand size from the painted deck. Ride the bus could be the thing, could be a thing that helps me score. As an eternal here, I don't feel necessarily super great about it. Oftentimes, once you level up your poker hands, you can replace the bus with something else. But maybe it's fine. Maybe I'd rather have the money from the rocket, though if I do pick up the rocket, I would be trying to replace the rocket relatively soon so that I can replace it with something that's going to help me score more points. Let's do this. Actually, instead of playing straights and straight flushes, maybe we should just go build up our full houses. Build up, maybe eventually go into 4 of a kind here. And if that's the case, let's try the standard pack. Figure out what type of rank we want to build around. So, we could pick up the king here, an enhanced king. Though I do want to avoid a situation in the future where I have to deal with my face cards being debuffed. I think a glass card is strong enough to be worth it for us to take it. I think Steven is, of course, very powerful early on. I'm not, as a common joker, it's not necessarily the most powerful thing that you want to be doing late game. And so maybe don't worry about Steven, right? Like, it's easy to put your blinders on and say, oh, here Steven is going to buff up my even cards, and so I should only be worrying about even cards in my deck. That's not necessarily true. You can sort of, what I say is pivot out of this. You're not attached to this necessarily. You can replace this with something else. And so maybe even though this is not an even card, it's still worth it to take the king here. I think that's what I'm going to do. Alright, now if that's the case, then I'm going to keep saving my money for the booster packs in the next shop. 3,000 we can do. 3,000 we can do with a reasonable full house. So here's 10s and 8s already. Let's just use up our discards here so that we can activate the Mystic Summit and then ship the full house. Okay, so 4,500 for the full house there. That is our best full house, 10s over 8s, but that is worth 4,500 points for the next round. Alright, I am particularly excited about something like this. Arrowhead, the extra chips to go with all of our molt generators here, though as a perishable is a little bit rough, a little bit stinky, but I think that's fine. I think we have, our economy is stable enough now that I can afford this short term and then look for a replacement later. Maybe let's do this. Maybe let's open the Celestial pack. Alright, so now we have another Earth card here rather than picking up a Saturn card. I think if you, this early, I think you could stay with straights if you wanted to. I think for me, this time we've done straights enough recently. We know it's going to work. Let's experiment a little bit. Let's try full houses. Alright, if that's the case, let's open up this standard pack. So I could have a choice here between either picking up a Steel King. We already mentioned, kind of the extra scoring power of the Steel cards, very useful. or we could pick up the 8 here with the purple seal. I think I'm interested in the purple seal, you know, as a potential value generator. Something that I think about on the painted deck is if I have less joker slots, not only do I need to score more with my hands, you know, higher level poker hands, but I also need to find more value generators that don't take up joker slots, and so the purple seal is exactly that kind of thing. In the end game here, if I do want to play full houses or maybe evolve into 4 of a kind, I can think about, okay, what are the ranks that I want to build around? So far it looks like kings maybe, and then it could be 8s also. Alright, now I have to decide on whether or not I want this arrowhead. I think the answer is yes. I think I want to have some source of chips, just, you know, as like a safety measure here. So we can sell the rocket, we can pick up the arrowhead, and use our free reroll. Alright, this Mad Joker is compatible with full houses, but it's not compatible with 4 of a kind. So as an eternal here, I think we pass on the Mad Joker, but the Golden Joker here I think is potentially worth it, so I have to decide between, do I want the clown or do I want the Golden Joker here? And I think clown here is maybe worth a little bit more on average, having the free reroll, you know, worth $5 or whatever, or you know, having this money here that I can spend on whatever I want. Doesn't have to be only rerolls. Also, this is perishable clown here, this is perishable Golden Joker here, so kind of a refresh on our perishable. I guess since the clown is already on its way out, then I should be replacing it and then go next. Honestly, we're pretty lucky to not have any rental jokers so far. It's kind of nice. Okay, in order to, let's see here. I'm gonna discard these 9s. So even though it's 3 of a kind here, if I want to hit the 4,500 here, I'm looking for even cards. I am of course going to discard the 8 for the tarot card. We have a moon, we can make some clubs. I'm going to discard the kings as well. Once again here, just looking for more even cards. Alright, so if I wanted to play a full house, I could go ahead and play 5s and aces. It does not have any spades, it does not have any even cards, and so, you know, if I do play this full house, I'm still going to need some other hand. That's okay. What I can do is I can play this full house and I can follow it up with some spades. Okay, and that's good information there. That's good information where if I don't play any spades and I don't play any even cards, I still get 3,000 points. And so for this boss here, if I need to just play 2 full houses, I could do that. Alright, a little bit awkward situation. Again, we didn't pick up the spades here, but I think with just the extra molt on the 10s here from Even Steven, if I play 2 pair with also the extra chips from the arrowhead, I think this should be enough. I only need 1,500 from here. Question is, do I want to be using the moon for the extra clubs? I think the answer is probably not. If the thing that I want to do in the end, I want to go for these full houses, I want to go for 4 of a kind, then probably we don't need something like this. Short term, you know, we're doing arrowhead. Arrowhead is buffing our spades. But again, here this is perishable, so I don't necessarily have to be attached to doing this forever. I can switch to clubs if I want. I'm gonna sell it here, that way we can, it's actually worth $2 because I collect interest. Alright, we get another moon card showing up here. We have Juggler, extra hand size, rental eternal. There's a ton of reasons why we don't want this. Let's try the spectral pack instead. Alright, I could pick up here again a random rare joker, but I mean, on one hand, you know, of course we have $30 here, and so it's not worth the 30 bucks for the random rare, but let's say we didn't have 30 bucks. Let's say we only had $10. Would a random rare be worth $10? Or, you know, would a random rare be worth it if I had no money, right? If it was literally free, I would still have to sell a joker to make room for it. And currently I like the jokers that I have. And so even if I had $0, I might not even take the Wraith here because the jokers that I have are already pretty good. Even though these are perishables, perishable golden joker, perishable arrowhead here, which means let's pick up the gold seal. I have to think about what rank I want to put it on, and I think the rank that I'm most likely to play is going to be an even rank. Since we have an extra 8 in the deck, we might as well go for the gold 8 here. And let's do the standard pack again. We could pick up here a polychrome 7, a polychrome 7 that could become an 8 if we want. Sure, why not? And then what next? We could save our money for interest. We could reroll here. We could try to buy this voucher here. I think I'm just gonna save. All right, -1 hand size. Let's go for, I want to discard these cards at least, you know, because these are my cards that are not evens. Maybe I want to keep the jacks to be compatible with the arrowhead because I have jack of spades. I do have a 5 of spades also. Maybe what I'll do is I'll discard the jack anyway. Or should I discard the 5? Let's discard the 5. I want to try to get the full house because I have the, you know, higher level full house here. I do have the 8s here and the 6s. So I'm going to discard like this. Looking to pick up here either an 8 or a 6. There we go. We pick up the 8s and the 6s. Or sorry, we picked up the 8 for our 2 pair here. Yeah, by the way, a lesson there, we had in our hand, we had 3 pairs, right? We had pair of 8s, we had pair of 6s, and we had pair of 2s. And I think a common mistake that I see newer players make is they'll hold on to all 3 pairs and they'll only discard 3 cards. That actually significantly decreases your chances of getting the full house. So if you want to complete your full house, you need to pick. You need to decide on what hand you want to make and then discard the extras. And so I decided that I wanted to go for 8s and 6s for, you know, no particular preference there, meaning that I threw away the pair of 2s. And sometimes you'll do that even before you see your cards, even before the round starts. Decide ahead of time what is going to be the winning hand and then just go for it. Or like, you know, broadly, what would a possible winning hand look like? Alright, we could pick up a square joker here, eternal joker again here, but it's a scaling joker, and so I can level it up. I think this is not something that I want to be paying $3 every round for. I think there are better replacements. I think, you know, when you level up your poker hands here, you get a lot of chips from the planet cards, and because you get so many chips from the planet cards, you don't need chips from your jokers. And then so, you know, square joker, even though it's a scaling joker, it still has the power level of a common joker. It's replaceable like other common jokers are replaceable. And so I don't want to be locked into this eternal here. I'm going to pass on the square. Drunkard, I think we just don't have room for. Alright, now I do need to hit 8,000 points, which is not trivial. What I want to see here is more planet cards to help me score. So now I have to decide. I have to decide, do I want to go for full houses or do I want to start leveling up my 4 of a kind? I don't currently have the technology to make 4 of a kind. Like technically I do have 5 8s and 5 7s here, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's easy to get 4 of a kind. So I think, you know, between the two of these, I'm going to continue leveling full houses. By the way, if I'm comparing these two, okay, straights are going to give me 50% more malt and a little bit more chips, and so, you know, straights are still going to be worth 50% more than full houses. But I think it's still, I still want to try to make full houses work, just as an experiment here. Alright, with the Arcana pack, I could pick up, okay, $10 here is not a lot. I could pick up the Chariot card here for another Steel card, and so sort of, you know, securing my scoring future. Or what I could do is I could use the Fool for an extra planet card. I think that's going to be the safest thing to do right now. If I do pick up the $10 here, then, you know, what would I spend it on, right? I would spend it on re-rolling in the shop for different jokers, you know, something to replace my golden joker probably. But I can go ahead and just pick up some scoring right now in the form of this planet card. Alright, now we will spend, I do, you know, in order to hit this 8,000 here, I do want to find a replacement for my golden joker. Vagabond could be the thing, not that it's going to help me score any points, but it does give me a lot of deck manipulating power. I think that is something that I want to do. Now, do I want to pick up this bus? The previous bus was a eternal bus, and I said, ooh, I don't want to, you know, invest in an eternal bus that I'm not going to be able to sell once it becomes obsolete, once I level up my full houses. But maybe this is fine. Maybe it's fine if I'm doing something like this, Vagabond, which is incentivizing me to play lots of hands anyway. I think I'm going to continue to pass on the bus. I think it's not something that we need to do. Alright, what I want to see here is, you know, how much do I score right now? Well, you know, I'll play this as like a throwaway hand. To do Vagabond, actually you don't just get the tarot cards for free, you have to spend your money. I forgot to spend the money. That's okay. Let's look for our even cards. Let's look for, I'm going to throw away the 4, hoping here for 8s or 6s. And let's try again, 8s or 6s. So, you know, it turns out that, you know, I would have needed to play the extra hand anyway. Okay, this is looking promising here. I can play with 2 spades here, the full house. I have the gold seal for the money, and I have the steel card. Steel card is currently representing the 1.5 mult happens after Even Steven, so Even Steven gives me 20, and then this gives me an additional 50% on top of that, 50% on top of this, so it takes me up, 20 takes me up to 32, and then now this is the same as a plus 15 here, or plus 16. So this steel card is doing as much as what this Mystic Summit is doing. And so that's why, you know, I took the steel card early on and am interested in the future of finding additional steel cards. That's why also, you know, Steven here, not only does it give us 20 mult, 20 which is bigger than 15, this is also before all of your card enhancements, steel cards, glass cards, and so this has more long-term value staying power than other jokers might. I should have paid attention to how much the score was there. That's okay. Arcana pack again. Alright, if the thing that I want to do is I want to commit to this kind of full house plan, you know, maybe even cards, 8s and 6s, 8s and 10s or something like that, I need additional Arcana packs, tarot cards for the deck manipulation. Though, you know, here, rather than going for the scoring enhancements, you know, plus 4 mult with Empress or plus, you know, extra chips here, I think I'm going to go for the money. So then I can do things like this. You know, we can buy the standard pack. We can pick up here an extra purple seal is probably pretty good. It's tough between these three options here. So like, you know, long term, if I pick up the red seal has a lot of upside. Red seal has synergy with even Steven that I already have. I could, you know, as a wild card, this has synergy with the arrowhead, even though the arrowhead only has 2 turns left. I think, you know, in the short term, I think having the foil card is very powerful. You know, after our arrowhead goes, having the extra plus 50 chips is kind of a lot. And then, you know, even more long term than the red seal here, if I pick up the purple seal, we could, you know, generate tarot cards for the deck manipulation. This is really close. For me, this is close. I don't know about you, but for me, this is close. And I think what I'm going to do is pick up the 10 for the red seal. Like I said, it already has synergy with what I have going on now, and then later on, maybe, you know, I can turn it into a steel card or a glass card. If I do want to make the Vagabond happen, then I do need to spend some money here. Maybe looking for a replacement for the arrowhead or a replacement for the summit, probably. Ooh, maybe instead of the Vagabond, something that I like even better is actually the trading card here. Actually, that's tough. The thing that's tough right now is we're already in ante 4, and you kind of want to have, what I say on average, you want to have 1 scoring joker per ante. And if we're in ante 4, I want to have, you know, Mystic Summit is not really doing the thing, and Arrowhead is kind of going to be, you know, replaced here in a moment. And Vagabond, of course, not giving us any scoring necessarily. I think I'm going to have to pass here. We could pick up the Chad. So, you know, with Arrowhead right now, Hanging Chad is representing this is plus 100 chips, which is not bad, and has synergy with even Steven here, rather than, you know, Mystic Summit. This would be plus 8 molt instead of the plus 15 from the Summit. I think I am interested in taking the Chad here. Sorry. What's the boss situation? No repeat hand types. Okay. I think we keep rolling. Let's pick up Justice as sort of like a safety valve here. If we do need the extra scoring, we can make a glass card and keep spending down for the Vagabond. We are losing a lot of money here, but theoretically the extra tarot cards will be worth it. I could think about doing something like this. Dusk instead of Chad here for the re-triggers. Probably that's better, especially compatible with Steven here. Let's do that. Especially if we're going to be doing Vagabond stuff here where we're, you know, playing all of our hands every round, except now I'm in the awkward situation where I don't have the money to spend down anymore. I can't actually do any Vagabond stuff this round. That stinks, but I think Vagabond is powerful enough that it's worth holding on to anyway. Alright, let's look for our even cards for our full house. Alright, do I want to go ahead and play here this full house, aces and fours? You know, to hit 12,000 points, am I going to need 2 hands? Probably. I'm going to say this allows me to save my discard for the purple card. Let's go ahead and play the 9s just to get rid of them. Alright, so we picked up the 8 here. We have the 6s in hand here. We should be good. Strength. Strength can turn. I probably want to go 7s into 8s. probably. 9s into 10s, maybe. Let's go 7s and 5s. That way I have an extra 8 and an extra 6 here. Now if I want to play, you know, my full house here, I have 6s and 10s. I can do that. You know, do I need dusk, or is this already enough points here? This is probably already enough points. And then I know that's going to be enough for the boss as well. Alright, Fool for an extra strength card is very good. Perishable on the pants is extra terrible. Yeah, let's pick up the Fool here, and then we can open the Arcana pack and maybe we can use it right away. Alright, so we can go... We made a 6, and then so maybe I can make an extra 6 right now. I can go 5 into 6. I could go 7 into 8s so that I have an 8 of spades. Arrowhead going for one more round here. Yeah, let's do that. Let's use the strength card here. Do I want to make a glass card? So I now have 7 8s and I have 6 6s. I think for the glass card here, I'm gonna go for, let's go for a 4. Is that correct? Yeah, why not? So what I don't want to do is I don't want to put it on either an 8 or a 6, because, you know, if I play that hand, then those could break. But, you know, having it on the 4, I can decide when I draw the 4, maybe I use the 4 as like a pair of 4s. I don't need 3 4s. And then if I break the 4, if I lose the 4, then I just stop playing 4s. Now, we could pick up either 11 bucks here, or we can get the 2 random tarot cards. I'm gonna opt for the money, because that allows me to reroll, potentially replacing the arrowhead. Sock and Buskin here, retriggering all the face cards is unfortunate. We already have Dusk, so we don't need something like that. And then here, okay, Riff Raff and Crazy Joker we don't have room for, so let's pick up the standard pack. And now, okay, now rather than pick up this purple seal here, picking up this Enhance 8 holographic +10, and it's a +4 Molt card, I think that's great. Alright, let's go next. Alright, no repeat hand types, which means if you do repeat, then you don't get the Vagabond value, so let's be careful about that. Let's build towards this, right? So our final hand, we want it to be even cards and we want it to be spades, and so maybe here with the 8s as our final hand. Let's play, I'm going to start here with a pair, and then maybe play a pair, maybe play high card one time. We'll figure it out. Alright, hearts I could think about doing here. I have 3 8s of hearts technically. I have an extra 8 of diamonds here. Do I want to try to make, you know, let's say a flush house instead of just a full house? Maybe. I think I'm going to pass for now. Maybe. What I don't want to happen is I don't want to lose my spades for my arrowhead, even though the arrowhead is going away right now. So maybe I'll hold on to this sun card. Let's play. Alright, this is, we already played a pair. This is going to be high card here. Let's do that. What do we get? Alright, so we pick up a gold card here. Ace, king. So I'm not able to play high card. I'm not able to play a pair. I do want to keep the 7 for the steel card. Alright, I could play here 2 pair. I could play queens and 7s as 2 pair, or I could play queens and 6s. I think I am going to play the 7 as the 2 pair here. This is going to allow me to pick up an extra tarot card. So let's do this. Let's sell the sun. I want to save the gold card. That way, you know, after I play this hand, I can use the gold card on whatever I have left in my hand. Let's go ahead and do this. Alright, Hangman is very useful. So what I can do is I can remove the king, I can remove the 9 here if I want. I could discard and look for other cards to remove. So my winning hand right now is the 8s and the 6s. So I'm going to discard the extra 8s and 6s and an extra 10 here. There we go. Now let's see here. Kings and queens I can remove with the Hanged Man. This 10 here I can turn into gold. And then I'll get the re-trigger as well. And so here, you know, kind of flexing the power of the Vagabond. Vagabond, the reason why it's 4 or less is because $4 prevents you from having interest. But we don't have to play at, you know, low amounts of money the whole time. If we use the Vagabond to give us gold cards, we can get the money from the gold cards. Just like this. Ending there with a reasonable $9, and we pick up an extra 6 here. All right, bootstraps, I think we don't want. I think what we need now is some kind of Joker replacement for the Arrowhead here. Arrowhead was pulling a lot of weight, giving us a lot of chips. In the next round, we are going to need 22,000, is kind of a lot. Let's try the Jumbo Buffoon. Brainstorm is definitely very good. The question is it going to be good enough, or are we going to lose? So, you know, short term, what I can do is I can copy the Vagabond here, and then as the end, you know, scoring or whatever, I can either copy Steven or copy Dusk. Okay. I do want this. I do want Overstock. The question is, you know, do I buy it now, or should I buy the Celestial Pack? You know, try to level up my full houses. I'm going to go with the Overstock for the guaranteed value here, whereas the Celestial Pack is not guaranteed. And I'm going to try to use this glass card. So, you know, right now, in order for me to score, I'm going to need more than what I have right now. Right now, I don't have a lot of scoring jokers, and my, you know, level 5 full house is not necessarily very high for a full house, and so I need some other kind of scoring help. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lean on my enhanced cards, lean on these glass cards, and then, you know, use that. You know, once I run out of my glass cards, then I can replace my Vagabond. I want to keep the Vagabond around as long as possible because of how much value it generates. So now let's think about, okay, how do I get even cards? I don't have to worry about spades anymore. I don't have any extra 4s in my deck, so maybe I can throw away a 4 here. What I do have is I have extra 6s and then extra 8s and 1 extra 10. So let's discard like this first, or instead of discarding, actually I have the 1 glass 4 already. I'm gonna make a glass 2 here. And the reason I'm gonna do that is so that I can play these for the 2 tarot cards now with the Brainstorm. Alright, now I could use the World card since I have an extra 8 of spades. I have an extra 6 of spades. Maybe now, like I said, we want to play the flush house, will be worth more points. If I have the Vagabond, Vagabond is the type of technology, you know, it is the amount of deck manipulation that makes flush houses more viable. Let's spin the wheel. Alright. Let's go ahead and I'll do the 2s and the 6 here into spades. since I already have the 6s in hand and since I have the glass too. And then I'm gonna go ahead and play these other ones. I think since I have the 6s in hand already, I'm gonna throw away the 8s. Alright, Empress for some enhanced cards here. I can go, enhance my 6s. That seems reasonable. I can also here with the 6 and the 2, I can make some lucky cards. Probably I should have done it the other way. Probably I should have done the lucky 6s instead of the lucky 2 here. I should have just made a molt 2. That's okay. Alright, so now let's play one more hand looking for tarot cards. Okay. And I actually have another 2 of spades here, so I could play the flush house. I have an extra world card here if I want to make more spades. I have judgment here if I want an extra joker. I think we don't replace dusk, we don't replace brainstorm, we don't replace vagabond, so we sell judgment. Alright, for the world card, if I don't use it now, I get 1 less tarot card from the Vagabond. Maybe that's fine already. Maybe what I should be doing is using Brainstorm to copy Dusk anyway. Dusk, so that I can get the extra trigger on the Steel card. Let's play the Flush House now. We could use our discards. Let's look for, more cards to turn into spades, perhaps. Let's try again. So 9, 6, 3, 6, or the 3 and the 9 I'm not super excited about turning into spades, so I'm just going to play the 6s and the 2s here and ship it. Okay, so as long as we get a glass card, then we're fine scoring wise. Alright, we can sell the moon here. We can... Do I want to level up 4 of a kind? Or do I want to stick with flush houses? I think we don't need this. I think we don't take the Mars card here. Do I want an 8-ball instead of maybe the Vagabond here? Maybe that's easier / safer. We do get the retriggers with Dusk here for retriggering our 8s. I think, obviously Vagabond is just going to be more powerful. It is a rare, and 8-ball, even though it got a buff, is still a common, and I think it is a common level of power here. So let's reroll first, or if I use both of these, I'll go down to $3. I'll be, that'll be enough money for my Vagabond here. Let's open these booster packs. Alright, let's level up full house again, though, our flush house, we want to try to level up. Here, I don't think I want the extra 8. And go next. So there, with the extra 8, I do have 8s, and then so, okay, maybe you want even more 8s, but I think, picking up the extra 8 there makes it harder for us to find our enhanced cards, our enhanced 8s. And we only need 1 hand in order to win. So let's not add too much to our deck. This boss could be a little bit tricky. Alright, so I've got these 8s here. I could pick up a tarot card by discarding. Let's do that. Strength, I could turn these 7s into 8s. That's perfect. This 8 I would like to become spades. So let's go 8, this 8 also into spades, and this 6. So I want to target the enhanced cards first. I'm probably gonna play a just regular full house instead of a flush house. Something that I should consider that I forgot about. I probably don't have enough points unless I play a glass card, which means these 6s are probably not going to make it. Probably what I need is either the 2 or the 4, my glass cards. So let's try to find those. I will hold on to these 8s, and then also I want to have the steel card. So let's do something like this. I'll just play them. I'll just play these 6s. Alright, world, if I want to make more spades, you know, I can turn these 8s into spades. Like, that's pretty useful. I can make bonus cards here. I can make these bonus 8s is pretty useful. Alright, let's go 8s and 4 into spades. And keep digging for, I really need the glass card. Okay, we do have a glass king here. I could do that. I could play the full house, or I could play the flush house with this king. I could turn it into an ace. Probably that's what I need to be doing. So that's what I will do. If that's the case, maybe now we discard these. Looking for some other card to use my strength on. Alright, so I can go king into ace. I'm actually going to, with the other ace, turn it into a 2. Turn it into an even card. And then maybe in the future turn this ace into another 2. So the 8s that I'm going to play these 8s, and I'm going to play these aces. What kind of lucky cards do I want to make? Maybe what I could do is the 2 and the 4 into lucky cards. Maybe the 2 and the 8 into lucky cards. Okay. And we'll just play the 4 to get rid of it. We could play the pair of 2s here and the 4. Let's do that. Alright, fool, I could get a magician, or I can hold it. I don't feel super excited about getting a magician here, but maybe it's not the worst thing either. So we'll go ace and I guess a 9 that can turn into a 10. Use the priestess for planets that I don't need. Alright, I did say I was going to end with, let's play these 8s and finish off with an ace here, and that should be enough points. Make sure we're copying Dusk here with the Brainstorm. Alright, next thing I'm thinking about, we just get an easy plus 13 bucks here. We could think about this Fortune Teller plus 27 mult is worse than what Steven is doing here. Probably. Yeah. Cloud 9 we don't need. Well, we don't have room for, actually. I am curious about this Buffoon pack. Maybe there's still something I could replace Steven with. Yeah, neither of these Eternals here. I think then you sell the Judgment here. Alright, so I got 48 bucks, right? We, we started that round with $3 or $4 or whatever it is because of the Vagabond, but we end with 40. And then so, using the Vagabond to give us all of the enhanced cards, all of these lucky cards for the extra money. What do I do with the Arcana pack? Let's reroll first and then maybe get some tarot cards that I want to use in this Arcana pack. Ooh, Photograph is probably better than even Steven here. Especially if I've got, Dusk here with the Photograph. For my full houses, what kind of face cards do I have? I've got Jacks, I've got Kings here. What kind of boss situation? I want to do this. Eternal makes me a little bit uncomfortable. I think also, with the face cards here, I've been removing face cards. I think we'll stick with Steven for now, and I think Steven is still replaceable also. Golden ticket. I would if I had room, but I don't. Alright, Supernova, we have 11 on the full houses. Sorry, even if this were like plus 40, it would still be worse than Steven. Tower here, I think we don't need either. Death card is perfect. Death card is huge. So let's spin the wheel and pick up the death card. Now in the Arcana pack, I could go for card removal is great. Copying this 8 would be both a glass card and a purple card, so that's pretty exciting. Steel card would be pretty exciting, though if I use the steel card I'm not going to be able to copy it with the death card. So I think what I want to do, let's turn a 5 into an 8. I could save this, I could save the death card, but you know, I'm generating tarot cards from the Vagabond, so I want to have room. I'm going to copy the 8 here, and I'm going to remove, now that I have the glass ace, I kind of have a reason to keep the aces, so maybe 9 I can remove, maybe 10 I want to remove, maybe 10 we can remove. Or I could make a steel card, I can make a steel 6. I think the thing that's very valuable to me most of the time is the card removal, so I'm going to go ahead and remove 2 cards. And now we can re-roll here and we can go next. Alright, so our full houses are still better than our flush houses, so we just play a regular full house. Here we go, we got the aces here. So, you know, how do we navigate this if, you know, we have this debuff here where we're discarding random cards? I think I'm just going to play 2 hands and then use 2 discards. And then that'll be, well, in order to activate the Dusk, I have to use all of my hands. So that's pretty tricky. Let's play a 3 and see what happens. Okay, so we lost the ace. So let's see here. If I lost the ace, then now I'm looking for the 2 and the 4. Glass 4. I want a glass card. I do have glass 8s. Yeah, this is going to be tough. So here's 6 and 2. I'm going to go ahead and use the Empress. We play an ace. Maybe we play all of these that I know I want to discard. Alright, we can pick up 13 bucks here. We can use a steel card. Alright, I do have these 8s here, so let's do this. Let's, you know, get rid of the ace. 10. Let's make a steel 6. And alright, if I play all of these, I have a pretty good chance of losing the 8s, which is not great. Maybe we have to accept that risk. Or maybe, you know, we can kind of protect the 8s by playing fewer cards. Let's try that. Okay. Okay, so we have the 8s and they're glass, and you know, we can discard if we want to. We can make a wild 8 here if we want. I want to keep 1 glass card, you know, for the final hand for the win here. I'm going to discard 1 of these. Maybe like this. Pick up a Hermit here. Great. So yeah, I'm just gonna use the Temperance right now for the interest, and I'm gonna save the Hermit until after we get our money. Alright, I only need 3 8s, right? So I can discard these 2, and I want to keep the 6s. Alright. Cool. If I have this 2, then I don't need to play the glass 8. So I can play these. Technically my full house is better than my flush house, but should be good enough. As long as we're copying dusk here. Hopefully the purple seal is the one that gets discarded. Cool. So basically what this says is, you know, as long as I play a full house that has one glass card in it, then we're good. We've already won, basically. Alright, before I use this earth card, I'm actually going to open the celestial pack first, so that there's not going to be an earth card in here. I'm looking for series cards. There's the series card. I will still take this. I will still take the earth card as a backup here. I can open up the standard pack. Before I do, I'm going to re-roll here. It is awkward to try to get the Vagabond to work. Alright, it's going to be tough to find a replacement, you know, something better than what I'm already doing here. I could pick up a Fool card. I could use the Fool card with maybe the World here and then get extra spades, or I can just get an Earth card. I think I want the extra spades. And the boss here, okay, cards previously played are debuff. This could be a little bit tricky here with our glass cards, but I think we can do it. Let's buy the Fool, and I probably will do this. Probably will make the spades. Alright, so I can go 4, Ace, 10 of spades. Use the Fool here. I can make more spades. Probably should have made this spades. That's a oops. That's okay. We could still do the spades here. I'm going to discard the 8. I'm going to keep the... Probably keep the ace. You know, between aces and 2s, I'd rather the ace break first. So I'm going to keep the ace and then try to play the ace. This stuff we will now discard. Alright, Hierophant is fine. I can enhance my 8s. I'm going to keep these 8s. I'm going to keep the lucky 8 for the money. And I'm going to look for my ace. Alright, we can spin the wheel. We can... I don't know, what do we want to make into gold? Maybe... Let's see here. Yeah, maybe a gold 8. Or a gold 2. I'm going to make a gold 8. Alright, in that case, do I want to discard this 8 here? Or instead of discarding, we'll just play it? Alright, strength for... I can turn kings into aces again if I want. What kind of odd cards do I have? I have 3 9s, I have 1 7, I have 1 5. Yeah, let's go ahead and use it. We'll just use it. Use the priestess here. Alright, this stuff I don't need. I am going to take the money. Alright, let's... Okay, I have the purple seal here, so I can discard again. Alright, pick up the world here, so 8s and this 10, maybe, spades. Alright, let's play the lucky 9. We could pick up 13 bucks here from temperance. We can make another gold 8 if we want. We can make a gold 9 instead. Let's do that. Yeah, let's hold on to the temperance. That way we get our vagabond value and play all these. Regular full house should be fine. Alright, how about Invisible Joker? Maybe now this is one of those circumstances where you know, what I'm already doing is powerful enough that I don't need something like this. Michelle here, of course. Let's see. We'll definitely going to use Temperance here. Definitely going to want eventually to open the Arcana pack. Maybe we buy the Hierophant first. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe I have enough enhanced cards already from the tarot cards from the Vagabond that I don't need this. Maybe we are replacing Steven now with the Invisible Joker. You know, if I have the glass cards being retriggered by dust, maybe I don't need Steven anymore and I can do this, Invisible Joker. You know, like what would I even want to hit with this? You know, if I copy Vagabond, I already have Vagabond plus Brainstorm, so that doesn't give me any additional value. If I copy Brainstorm, that would probably be best. If I copy Dusk, that would be okay, I guess. Maybe. I don't know, I think I don't need the Invisible Joker. Pick up an extra gold card here. Hanged Man. Yeah, so between the two of these, would I rather have the gold card or would I rather have the lucky cards? I think I'd rather have the lucky cards because of the synergy with Dusk here. So I guess we sell the Devil, we pick up the Hanged Man, and then we can open the Arcana pack. Here I can, again, remove these face cards here and think about, okay, what do I want to copy with Death? Probably, let's make another glass card. Let's make another glass 2. We can get rid of a king here. We could also, you know, for the money, we can make an extra gold card, but I don't think we need to. Let's just make sure we have our scoring online here. So let's get an extra 2. Do I want to make some lucky cards or do I want to hold this? I'll make the 10 and the 9 lucky, though I'm not really planning on playing them. I'll just do it just to get rid of it. Alright, and now let's spend our money here. Alright, these are not things that I want, though maybe I could make some molt cards. Probably don't need to. Blackboard, X3 molt I don't need. I do need to get down $4 or less, so we'll buy the standard pack now. 8 of spades is both an 8 and spades, but we have plenty of 8s already, so we can skip and just go next. Alright, here, let's try to get our aces, right? So the boss is going to debuff, you know, cards that you've already played. And so we want to play the same cards this round. That way fewer cards are debuffed for the boss. And so if I already played this glass ace, let's try to play it again rather than introducing the new glass 2 and getting the debuff. Here I can go for 6s and 3s as a full house if I want. I can play 10s. Let's play the 6s here. It doesn't matter, right? I'm just playing this to get rid of it. Alright, Empress doesn't matter, but I'll use it anyway. And of course, Star here I don't need, so we'll use it just to get rid of it. If we sell it, of course, then we can't use the Vagabond anymore. Let's go ahead and play another kind of like throwaway hand here. I do want to keep the ace, right? Looking for that glass ace. Though if I don't get the glass ace, I guess the backup is I try to go for the 2 or the 8 or the 4. I guess there's a lot of options. So let's play it like this. 8 or 2 or ace. I need at least one glass card. We have a glass 2 is fine. Okay, unfortunate with the Hermit here. If we sell it or if we use it, then, you know, of course the Vagabond's not going to work anymore. That's okay. Alright, maybe ace and 5 into bonus cards. And let's try to find another 8. Now that I have the 2, I guess I'm just going to play the aces. Maybe we get lucky. I have another glass card if I want. How about a glass 4? Or I guess I could make another glass ace. I think I'd rather have the glass 4 since it's an even card. Alright, we can discard here. I don't need this many 2s, or actually I could just throw away one of these 8s. We did get the glass ace here. I'm just going to play the glass 2. Or, no, there's only one more ace in the deck, so we'll discard like this. Alright, here we go. My final hand is 8s and these lucky 2s. Alright, ship it. Polychrome Spaceman is something that probably we don't need, but I mean we could maybe, you know, replace Steven. Certainly we could replace Steven, right? We could replace Steven with something like Smiley Face. That ship has sailed. We only have 6 face cards left in the deck. Alright, Hermit I use here. Okay, now we have 50 bucks. We've got strength here. We can go look for more tarot cards first. Priestess here, Earth card. Let's see here. I've got 15 bucks here, so that's enough for... This is 6, 10. That's enough. So let's go Earth and Arcana. Ooh, we have Temperance again. Alright, finally I can turn these aces into 2s if I want, and have lots of 2s. Or do I want to have more 4s? Let's go with more 2s. And I am going to take the Temperance here. That does mean, okay, 21. Let's buy the Priestess and then reroll here. Okay, and if I buy the standard pack, I'll have 4 bucks, and then that'll be enough. Alright, we can take the series card here. And standard pack. Ooh, a steel 8 I am interested in. I mean, I don't need it right now, but it could be good later. I think I'm going to pass, actually. I think because I don't need it, I'm going to pass. Alright, Neptune. I'll just use it. And actually, to be safe here, you know, for the Vagabond, I'm going to go ahead and use an extra here. Maybe Pluto. And then go next. Alright, so if we check it out here, we've got a debuffed ace here. We've got a bunch of... Actually, all of our spades are debuffed. We've played a lot of cards, right? Because we just have throwaway cards for the purposes of the Vagabond. Though all of our glass cards are safe here. We've got glass 4s. We've got a 2 and an 8. Actually, both of our 8s. I think we'll be fine. We'll go for 2s and 8s. Right here we have 8s. We have all of these debuffed cards. We can play them. Death card. What do I want to do with the death card? Probably what I want to do is copy my purple seals if we can. Probably I want to use the strength card. We haven't seen this 7 in a while, the Polychrome 7, turning it into an 8. I could also with this ace turn it into a 2, 5 into a 6, 9 into a 10. Let's go aces and 5s here. But then I'm going to discard. So all of these debuffed cards we can discard. Alright, I have a 4 here. Some more glass stuff here. I want to find that purple seal. So I'm just going to play these. We have another glass card. Okay, so we have the 7 here, polychrome 7. Do I want to copy this 7 now? I don't think I need to, so I think I won't. What I can do is discard like this. Alright, so what do we got here? I have 8s, I have 6s. If I want to make a glass card, I can target either an ace or a 6. Let's target the... Sorry, either an 8 or a 6. Let's target the 8. How do I want to use this death card? Let's make an extra... We've got 4 4s in the deck. We've got a bunch of 6s in the deck. So let's make an extra, probably glass, 8. Though it's not going to be... Sorry, it's not going to be spades here for our flush houses. Maybe that's fine. Probably that's fine. Almost definitely that's fine. Alright, here let's go 6s and I can play 8s. Probably don't need 2 glass cards. That's okay. Wait, we didn't get the retriggers from dusk. I wasn't paying attention. That's okay. So here's do I need these 4s now? Probably not. We just play the 3s and then that'll be enough. I'll play the 4s. Alright. Ship it. I mean, whatever, it's 1.5 million points. Alright, I want to buy both of these, but I can't. The reroll voucher for the boss, I do want that as well. We can level up our flush houses and then go next. Alright. So what do I want to play as my winning hand? Probably my 2s. So we'll discard an 8 here. And probably this 8 as well. We got plenty of 8s in the deck. Fool gives us another series card. Here, there's my 8. I'm going to keep these 2s. Play it like this. Lovers, Chariot. Yeah, I don't know. You know, maybe we can make a steel 6. We can... Probably don't need that. Play the 6s. Empress we don't need. We can make some lucky cards. Alright, a lot of 2s here. I don't need this 4. I don't need this 8. Tower we don't need. Go ahead and use it, I guess. Alright, so here I can play this stone card. I could play a lucky 6 here, maybe. And then now for my last hand here, I could use the death card. Maybe what I'll do is I'll make... Do I want an extra glass card or do I want extra money? I'll make an extra glass card just to have it in case I need it later. And the bonus card, I'll go ahead and use. Probably should have used the death second in case a fool comes up. Otherwise, we just play the 2s here. Full house instead of flush house is completely fine. We don't need the sun card. Once again, here we end the round with 50 bucks. So we can buy both of these celestial packs. Looking for series cards. So even, you know, just level 6, Flush House is already 340 times 34. Earth card, I guess. I will buy Neptune now. We have the extra money, so we can afford, you know, a few extra planets just to hold onto them and block duplicates. I could think about Walkie-Talkie instead of Steven here. You know, you get more than just Molt. You get also chips is useful, but I don't think we need that. I do like this though. I do like having the Hanged Man. Alright, so now I have to think about if I spend $9 here, that's perfect. Alright, didn't have to think about it that long. Let's go next. Alright, let's do some card removal. What do I want to remove from the deck? I guess I have a lot of 2s. Maybe I don't need as many 4s anymore. Or actually, maybe I don't need that many 10s in the deck. So maybe here, like this 10. This 4 I can remove. Alright. I do have a gold 8 here. I'm going to play the 7. And I could play these 2s and then dig for better 2s. Alright. Face cards with the Hangman. That's easy to do. Justice here. We can go on the 6. I'm avoiding the 8s with the glass cards, but 6 as a glass card is totally fine. Maybe what I'll do is get rid of a 2 here, looking for 6s. Let's play the 9. Do I want to play anything else? Maybe I'll play 1 8. Alright, strength I can turn. What do we got? 3s into 4s, 7 into 8. I have no 7s, I have 2 3s, I have 2 9s. Maybe I just use it right away here. Let's do some discarding first. So what I would like to do, if possible, I would like to draw 6s and 4s. That way I can like break my glass cards. Yeah, let's discard like this. Okay, we've got a king here, we've got a purple 8. I'm going to use the Molt cards. I'm going to hit the 3 and the king here. So we've got a 4, and I'm going to play 8s and 4s as my winning hand here. Alright, Hermit we can use later. I can play here the 8s and the 4s with my Flush House. So let's play the Ace and get another tarot card here. Alright, more spades if I need it. I don't have room, so I'm going to hold on to it. And ship it. Alright, what's the boss say? Boss is the Serpent. Okay, Serpent, that's an easy one. Or, for what I'm doing right now, is an easy one. Alright, we can use the Hermit here. Before I open the Arcana pack, let's re-roll. Lovers, no. Empress, no. Series, yes. More lucky cards if we want it. We can reroll down to $5. We could pick up Hanging Chad here. Hanging Chad probably better than Steven. If I just play the 1 glass card, I could get all the retriggers on the glass card. So let's do that. Then, let's see here. If I open the Arcana pack, then I go to $8, and then I can't afford... Well, maybe I'll buy the Magician and the Buffoon pack, and then we're fine. All right, Fool for another series card, absolutely. Then that means I'm holding on to the World card, that's fine. And with this Buffoon pack, we'll just skip it. Yeah, we don't need this. All right, let's go next. All right, for the boss here, let's discard a 3. Let's play first. So how about 10, 9, 3, we'll make spades, we'll make some lucky cards, and then we'll play the 3. Nice. All right, gold card. I mean, maybe, you know, maybe we make a gold ace or a gold 8, maybe. All right, star we don't need. Let's play the ace just to get rid of it. All right, I should have played the lucky cards. Well, okay, I can go 9 and 7 here. Picking up the now polychrome 8. We can sell the star. We can... I'm gonna play the lucky 10, I guess. Maybe I'll play a pair of lucky cards. No, we'll just play the 1. Alright, Empress we don't need. So here, how about 3 and 8 as molt cards, and then we'll use the Emperor. Justice, I could make a polychrome glass card, that would be very exciting, though, you know, does have the risk of breaking. Let's make a glass jack, I guess. Do I want anything else into glass here? You know, maybe a glass 8 here. As a wild card, I could go a wild 8 here for the purposes of making my flush house with the 8. I'm going to discard the stone card. It'd be nice if I got the purple seal, but that's okay if we don't. Let's discard the jack. Alright, now we got a huge hand here. We can pick out whatever it is that we want to play. Let's play... I want to play all my 8s. And maybe play some lucky cards, some lucky 2s. Maybe something like this. Maybe something like that. With the retrigger on Dusk here. We also have the Hanging Chad here, so I do want to consider what I want to copy with that. And I think the thing that I want to copy is the gold seal for the money. And so here you can see with the flush house, we got, you know, 42 base, and so even Steven is completely irrelevant. Death card, exciting. All right, we can take the hieroglyph and we can sort of noodle around more if we want. Though, you know, with one less hand, we get one less, you know, vagabond stuff here. I think that's probably fine, right? We could take a skip here. Handy tag gives us 62 bucks. I think actually, you know, because of the Vagabond, we get more than $60 worth of value if we just play instead of skipping, actually. Let's try some Celestial packs, right? So maybe I'll go Priestess first. Neptune, Uranus here for the block. Ceres again, level 9 now. Again. I could pick up an Earth card here. I think now we're fully on the flush house plan, so maybe I skip here. Alright, what is the boss? Boss is random Joker disabled. Probably not a big deal, though, you know, we are on the painted deck. We only have the 4 Jokers. It would be really terrible, actually, if on the final hand, you know, Dusk got disabled or Brainstorm got disabled. Like, that'd be pretty stinky. Oh, by the way, you know, someone commented that, you know, Mr. Bones here, it's, you know, it's Senor Huesos, as in you don't pronounce the H. Okay, that's fine. I could do that. It's Senor Huesos here? Did I do that right? Either way, if you wanted, you know, this could be, you know, the way that I think about this is if you're playing only to anti-8, if you're only playing to beat the anti-8 boss, then I think of this as like a ×4 molt. You only have to score a quarter of the points. Of course, for us, is not going to be a problem, so we could just skip it. Do I want something like this? Hack? It is perishable, which is a little bit awkward, but you know, we could get the retriggers on all of these 2s and 4s. Not these 8s, but these 2s and 4s that we've developed here. It's not too late to pivot entirely into 2s. It is perishable, so probably this is better than Chad here. Is that true? Maybe that's not even true, but Hanging Chad here only has 4 rounds anyway. I'm gonna keep re-rolling. Alright, Mars, Empress, Rebate, Chariot? Maybe Chariot? Venus here. Okay, wait, I'm thinking about, okay, if I spend $11, then the next one's gonna cost me $12. So now I need to sell. Unfortunately, we just sell the Chariot and then we can re-roll in order to get our Vagabond value. Yeah, at some point we're going to transition off of the Vagabond, but for now, we'll make it happen. Oh, I do need to save $10 so I can re-roll this boss, because this boss might ruin us, to be honest. Alright, how about this? How about let's make another one of these 8s? They're pretty fancy. So how about... we don't need 10s anymore, really. So 10 can turn into an 8. And this 4 is not spades, so probably we start to phase those out, start to go, you know, only with the flush house plan. So how about this? I can play this lucky 9 and try to get some money. And maybe, I don't need this steel 8 right now. Alright, Magician. Alright, Moon doesn't help me. I could just use it here if I want. With the lucky card, maybe we'll go lucky 2 and 4. Okay, but really what I want to do is, again, yeah, let's just play the lucky 4. And then save for the 2s. Strength card, what can I do with a strength card? I have 2 more aces, I have a few more 3s. I mean, there's definitely things that I can do with the strength card. I don't know if I need to do, so I'm just going to go ahead and use this here. I'm going to discard the 6, and actually I'm going to discard one of these 10s maybe. I do need to find my stuff here. I need to find another 2, right? Ooh, I have a death card. I can make another 8 if I want. I can make a steel card. Is there something that I want to be steel? Maybe not quite yet. Let's see here. These 8s, I don't need all of these 8s. I do want to play the gold seal here in order to get the extra money. I don't need the glass 8, so probably I'll do something like this. I can discard these, discard the 10 too. I don't need to discard the 10. Maybe I don't need to discard the 10. Oh well. We can make a steel 8 here. We can play the 6 for the money. Great. Strength doesn't really help me here. Maybe I'll hold on to it. Maybe we don't need it anymore. I mean, I'm not going to get any Vagabond money anyway, so... we go 10s, and here are my 8s. And I want to re-trigger this 8. That should be enough. Alright, let's reroll. Alright, Hierophant we don't need. Mercury, maybe we'll hold on to it. Idol. Idol gives us retrigger, or gives us X2 on all of our 8s of spades. I mean, we don't need this, but it is kind of fun, isn't it? Maybe we do that instead of the Chad here. Is this something that I'm willing to pay the rental fee for? Kind of. Yeah, let's do that. That could be kind of fun. Pick up the Idol here. We have 10 bucks, so I can afford one more reroll. Picking up a series card and another series card perhaps. We'll just skip. Alright, now was supposed to save the money for the boss reroll again. I'm always gonna forget that. There's no way that I'm gonna remember that. We could pick up the 66 bucks here and then we can reroll the boss, but yeah, I think we're just gonna keep playing it out. Alright, so I do have the Idol now. I want to turn, I guess, what do I have the most of, right? I have the most 8s and 2s. I don't have any 7s, so maybe I want to try to turn my 6s into 8s with this strength card. Yeah, maybe. I don't know what to do with the strength card, to be honest. Let's discard, you know, some stuff that I don't need here. This stuff I don't need. Alright, 6 and I guess a 3. I'll use the strength card. And we can discard again with the 8s. I want to keep these polychrome ones and I guess keep the 2s. So discard something like this. Alright, we'll get rid of Mercury. We'll go ahead and make... we don't need more gold cards. Probably not. Alright, let's play the 9. And I don't need the steel card. I'm going to play both of the glass 2s. Wait, I don't need both of the glass 2s because of the Idol here, so I guess I'll start discarding the 2s that way. Alright, Temperance for 12 bucks. We have the Hangman for some card removal. Let's play the... I want to get rid of an ace, and I guess I don't mind getting rid of this 10. It is a red seal, but... we could get another red seal. Alright, how about... let's play these 2s. Strength. Yeah. Alright, 6 again if I want. Not on the 10, just the 6 with the strength card. Maybe I just play the 6. Alright, play the 7, get rid of the 2 here. Alright, what am I playing as my hand? I'm playing these 8s and these 2s, is that correct? Alright, card removal. I don't need. Temperance I will take. Alright, copy Dusk here, so I can get a retrigger on my gold card. I can play these 2s as well. That should be enough. Alright, now, it's unfortunate that you can't, like, you know, re-roll the boss from the shopping menu. You know, I don't know what the boss is going to be yet, but we'll be fine as long as I remember not to do the thing. Or as long as I remember not to spend all my money. I do want the hieroglyph. I think, you know, we definitely have enough points to win right now, but I want to see, you know, if I have the idol, I want to see how much further I can take this. 8 of hearts is not great, but technically the wild 8s of clubs, these polychrome cards, technically those count as 8 of hearts as well. So I think we're fine there. What are this buffoon pack? Nope. The Jumbo Arcana pack? Sure. I was just trying to think there if I want to wait to open it in case I re-roll in the shop for more tarot cards. But if I already have a Hangman, Hangman is the thing that I would want to re-roll for anyway. Alright, we'll get rid of the queens, and I think we get rid of the sixes here. Start phasing them out, so like a 6 of clubs here we don't need, or we can remove a 3 would be probably better even. Alright, what do I want to do with, you know, do I want more money here, or do I want a death card? I think, you know, if I'm going to try to make this idol work, let's do the death card. Let's take this 8 and get rid of a 6. Consolidate on 2 spades. Pick up more glass cards, maybe. Strength card, maybe. Okay, don't spend all of the money. Okay, so if I spend 10 bucks here, I'm not going to be able to reroll. If I don't spend, I'm not going to be able to get any Vagabond value. I think that's fine. I think here we're just going to play to survive. So what's the boss if we re-roll it? Maybe I don't need to re-roll it. Maybe just like, you know, brainstorm copying idol is enough here. Oh well. Alright, since it's in ante 7 now, this is not a final boss. This is now, you know, just a regular boss. All spades debuffed is kind of brutal, to be honest. Maybe that's worse. Interesting. Alright, how do I try to navigate this situation? You know, now my 8s, you know, my wildcard 8s are a bit of a liability here. I don't think, you know, we're completely cooked, but it is going to be challenging. So, yeah, what kind of, you know, if I still want to go for a flush house, maybe I still have to play spades. I don't think there exists a flush house where I don't play spades. Maybe I could try to make hearts. Uh-oh. I could go for clubs. I could go for, you know, these 2 of clubs and these 8s of clubs. Technically, that's a flush house. Does that help me? Because then I can go, I can still use the glass card on the 2s. And then maybe that's fine. Maybe we go for a full house instead of a flush house. I don't think that's viable, to be honest. We only have 41 cards on the deck, though we only have 3 hands because we took the hieroglyph. I think we'll be fine. I think we'll, you know, here you can play this flush house. We can see how much this flush house does. Of course, the idol's not going to be able to do anything for us. I think the strength card doesn't do anything for us. I could turn aces into 2s, doesn't help. Yeah, let's get rid of the strength card. Vagabond's not going to give us anything either. Tricky. So 25 or 27,000. That means I don't actually need that much, you know? Let's see here. I've got some 8s and some 4s and a 2 that I can get rid of. The 4 I don't need, right? I just need the 2s and the 8s, exactly. That's tough. So here, 8s, ace, 2, discard. Okay, I did get the 8s. Now I'm just missing the 2 of clubs. Here I've got 4 of a kind, 2s that I can play. 4 of a kind is of course not going to be enough. So we play these. Okay, and we go glass 2. So 8s and 2s here. And so here's the situation, right? Like we know a flush house will do 28,000, and if we get, you know, times 2 is, and then with dusk here is times 4, and with brainstorm is times 8, and so 8 times 28,000 or 27,000, that should be enough. Is that true? Yeah, give that a try. No sweat. Alright, we can pick up here, we can pick up Death, we can pick up another Celestial pack. Maybe Mars here. And go next. I'll go ahead and use Mercury, I guess. Alright, forces one card to be selected. This is very easy. We could very easily do this. So let's just go next. Alright, what cards do I want to make? I want this 8 of spades here, or I guess 8 of spades in general. Idle says 6 of spades. That's okay. So let's do this. Let's discard all of these. Fool. Okay, so if I wanted to, I could, just make a bunch of 8s. I think I want to do that. I think I want to get rid of all of these 2s. Now that I started playing and leveling up flush houses, I don't actually want to play flush 5s. That's okay. Yeah, what I want to try to do is, if I play flush houses with the idol, have like two different ranks here, maybe do 2s and 8s. Alright, do I want to copy this 8, this wild 8, this polychrome 8? Probably not. I think it's a bit of a liability, to be honest, it being clubs. So let's do this. Let's turn this 7. Actually, I'm not going to do that. Let's just play these. I'm going to keep the 6s. I'm going to ditch the 4s. Let's just find our fancy 8. We're not going to get any Vagabond value right now, but that's okay. Because I just want to find the fancy 8. Smashing the 4 there is totally fine. Do I want this, or would I rather have the steel card or the gold card? Let's go for the steel card. So let's go 10 into an 8, and then the extra, let's get rid of 4s. Yeah, so 4 as an 8 as well. Alright, let's play 6s. We've got the idol here, so we can also play like this. Maybe something like that. Alright, how about we don't have any money, so we'll just go next. Okay, idol says again 6 of spades, totally fine. I'm gonna play this, let's play the 2s, maybe we can break a 2 here. Fool for another death card. Death can copy maybe one of these money generating 8s. Maybe we'll get rid of another 4. Cool. And now what? So I want to play the 8s as like part of my final hand. So maybe I'll get rid of the glass, or get rid of the steel ones right now. Hanged Man. Okay, so I can get rid of a 4 if I want. Continue getting rid of 4s. I can remove the 2 of hearts, keeping the 2 of spades. Let's discard looking for a 6. So maybe I don't need the steel one. Okay, so we got the 6s, we got the 8s. We're totally fine here. We can discard again, I guess. Maybe there's another gold card. Alright, let's go 8s and the 6s. How about let's play all of the 6s since I have the idol. Cool. Alright, we can use the Hermit here. We can use the Celestial Pack looking for series. I guess we could level up full houses too. Buffoon Pack. Wait, probably I shouldn't have bought the Buffoon Pack. Should have waited on the Buffoon Pack, because if I want to try to activate the Vagabond, I do have to be a little bit careful about my spending. Alright, gold card we don't need. This stuff we don't need. Do I want another strength card? Try to turn my 7 into an 8. My 9 into a 10? Nah, not really. I don't think I want the arrowhead either. Idol says 7 of spades. That's kind of rude, though understandable. Let's see here. If I spend 9, the next one's going to be 10 bucks. A little bit tricky there. If I do buy this Hone voucher, I can buy both of these. So maybe, you know, buy the Magician and then buy the Strength card and go next. Forces one card to be selected. Awkward. Okay. Let's do this. So I don't think I'm going to be able to use the Strength card. I could use the Death card. Maybe we save the Death card for an emergency. So let's do this. Let's get rid of the 7. I do want to get rid of the 7. Do I want to do it now? Or, you know, do I need this Death card? I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it now. Making an extra 8 of clubs is not great. Alright, let's not use the Death card. Let's go ahead and I'm going to play all these and keep the... Let's go for the glass 2s. Since I have so many glass 2s in the deck, let's go 8s and 2s. Like this. Alright, I can make a gold card. I don't think I will. Now I could make this 7 into an 8 if I want. I think I'm going to keep going for a better 8 to copy. Yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of the Seal 8. Hanged Man, cool. Okay, so now I have a 2. I could discard the 2. I could discard the purple here. So maybe if I discard like this. Yeah, maybe here. I want to use the Hanged Man. Maybe I don't get to. Maybe here, you know, I just need to win here is a little bit awkward. Maybe I'll do this. Maybe I will discard this glass 2. Okay, so we got this 8 selected here. I want to avoid a situation where, you know, a card that's not an 8 gets selected, but I think we'll be fine. So let's do this. Let's discard all of these probably. Right, so I do have an 8 here, I have an 8 here, I have these polychrome 8s if I need them, I have the 2 here. I think I'm going to end up holding on to these tarot cards, and that's fine. Alright, so let's go ahead and introduce the glass card here. Alright. Just to be safe, I guess I'll play it this way. I don't think that's necessary, but just to be safe. Oh yeah, that's plenty of points. Alright, this really messed up my tarot card mojo here. Let's go next. You know, since we're cooking here with the Vagabond and the Idol, we'll go a little bit longer here. We can spin the wheel. We can pick up the reroll voucher and then go next. Alright, excited to use these tarot cards here. Finally, we can get rid of the 7s. That's easy to do. Now we're done with 7s. We've got 4 6s, 10s, and 9s that we still need to get rid of. So, you know, how about let's do this. I'm gonna stick with the 2s here. Okay, I have a purple 8. Alright, discard those. I'm gonna discard all the steel 8s we don't need. Dang, I really want this purple 8. Maybe that's greedy, you know? Alright, let's go ahead and we could play the 10, 8 here, another 8 here. Yeah, I'm just gonna play all of these glass 2s. Alright, let's keep going here. 2s. Alright, finally. I can go 4 into 8. I can use the Hermit. And then with my final hand here, play all these 2s for the flush house. Yeah, you know, probably being a little bit greedy / a little bit stingy there with the death card. Alright, in this buffoon pack, really I'm just looking for something like, you know, maybe blueprint, maybe. Idol says 8 of spades again. Let's reroll for planet cards. Alright, so we got 3 planets. Now we can open up the celestial pack. Picking up series here. I'll buy the planet cards just to hold on to them. Chad again. Neptune. Baron. Too late for Baron. We go next. Boss is extra large. No problem. Alright, we discard here an 8, and again here I think I want to go for all of my 2s, my glass 2s. So I'll discard these 8s. Priestess. Alright, we have a purple seal that we can discard. Alright, sun we don't need. Alright, I've got 2s here. I've got these 8s I probably don't need. These 6s I don't need. Lovers I don't need. Cool. For the final hand here, yeah, I'm just going to use Temperance here. Hermit, probably we hold on to for interest. Alright, I'm going to play 8, 8, and then 2s. There we go. Sorry, I said hold on to the Hermit for interest. What I meant is hold on to it after interest so that I can get the full 20 bucks here. Alright, before we open the Arcana packs, let's reroll for planet cards in the shop. 8 ball, maybe instead of the Vagabond, maybe we're there with the 8 ball. Yeah, maybe. Maybe that's the move. Maybe then I don't have to worry about spending my money all the time. Yeah, why not? That sounds fun. Actually, it sounds fun, you know? Alright, here we can pick up 9 bucks. We can... we don't need more lucky cards. I'm looking for a Hangman. Death. Hangman is cool. 9 and 10 we can remove. Cool. Alright, Priestess, no. I guess we could have. We could have rolled on the Priestess. Alright, Magician, Lovers, we just go next. Alright, these planet cards, I can sell them. Alright, now let's copy the 8-ball. Let's save these 8s for the last hand here. Maybe now we're supposed to play the flush 5 instead of the flush house. Maybe, you know, go all in on 8s. Maybe it's not too late to do that. I don't know. I gotta think about it. Alright, let's play some amount of 8s. Do I want to play flush 5 8s? I'm not there yet. I'll just play them 4 at a time. Play the stone card. Alright, aces and 6s we can remove. Moon we don't want. Purples we discard. Do we discard 2s also? The lucky one we discard. Steel. Steel I don't need right now. Alright, let's play these 8s. Play 4 of them. Another series card. Alright, I'm gonna play this 8 probably. Rather than these. Actually, if I have the idol, I probably don't need that 8. Yeah, let's discard this way. Let's find the 2s, the glass 2s. So here's 8s and 2s, and then that should be enough. Probably I could be copying the 8-ball here. Actually, wait, it doesn't matter. If I'm copying Dusk, I get the retriggers anyway. Yes. Plenty of points. Alright, let's spin the wheel. Get the banana. No, not the banana. Sorry, Michelle. Let's re-roll. Earth card? No. There's not a whole lot that I'm interested in the shop. Just maybe, you know, more tarot cards, or here we've got the planet cards. Pick up series here. Alright, the wheel, cards face down. Maybe I should be leveling up my 4 of a kind. Do I want a mega standard? Yeah, there's a chance I get a red seal. Red seal 7 could become an 8. Is not impossible. Emperor maybe helps. What's Emperor do? Can I get a strength card now? Maybe. Alright, let's go next. Skip for 91 bucks here with the handy tag. We could do better. Alright, so let's play some 8s. And I guess a 2. Hierophant we don't need. This 8 we can discard. I guess we discard the 6s and the 10 and this 2. Glass card. Okay, so, you know, we can make another glass 2 here. Actually, maybe I'll save the Justice card for the other 2's already glass. Okay, that's fine. Let's play some more 8s. Okay, gold card, nope. Alright, for my last hand here, I want to play 3 8s and some 2s. So maybe something like that. What else do I have in the deck? I guess nothing really worth discarding for, so I'll just play these. I probably don't need that one. Maybe now we do the flush 5. Maybe now it's finally time. If that's the case, maybe we do it like this. Let's play the flush 5. I caved. So it's almost as good as our flush house. Alright, let's find the planet cards now. Pick up a glass card here if we want. I don't think we need that yet. I just want the planets. Hermit is okay. Alright, we got 2 planets here. Let's open the Celestial pack. Series is fine. And then now use the Emperor. Alright, Death and Fool. That's basically what you want to see. So I guess we just go next. Alright, Idle's still on 8 of Spades here. So if we look at the full deck here, we've got 18, 8 of Spades. We have 1, 10, 1, 7, 3 6s to get rid of. I do need to figure out what to do with this 7, but we're getting there. So what I would like to do is I would like to hit the purple 8s and then use that as a way of getting rid of this 6 and the 10 here. So actually what I'm going to do is discard all of these 8s, probably. That's awkward. Let's discard all these 8s again. There we go. It's worth it. Long term, it's worth it. For, you know, I miss out on this round being able to get extra tarot cards from like my 8-ball, for example, but long term I do gain the ability to get even more tarot cards by holding the death cards to copy the purple seals, so I think it's worth it. Now for, you know, actually scoring here, let's play a 2, and I guess I want to avoid playing my glass cards now that I went out of my way to make them. Maybe an 8 of hearts is fine to get rid of. Sorry, I should be copying the 8-ball. Alright, here we can use this 8 here. So let's get rid of the 2. I just want to, you know, make sure that my dusk is activated here. And then now that it is, we will play these 8s and these 2s, and then that should be enough. We don't need to play the flush 5 now. We're going to level it up. Another death card. Perfect. Alright, 8 of clubs. A little bit unfortunate, though we do have, you know, the 3 8 of clubs already, so maybe it's not the end of the world. Alright, Celestial Pack looking for Eris. Or maybe Mars is okay. Alright, I could make some extra 8s of clubs here with a moon card, but I don't think I want to do that. I don't think we're going to need the points necessarily. We don't need the idol to pay out for us. Alright, 129 on the fortune teller, by the way. Let's keep rolling here. Arrowhead? No. Alright, do I need any of this? Priestess, Magician. I'll take the Priestess. We will use it. Alright, let's make another 8 by getting rid of a 6 here. Alright, and these planet cards we don't need. Alright, so let's discard. Let's start by discarding 2 8s. And Since this is on 8 of clubs, I guess instead of discarding, I could just play these 8s. Let's do that. Let's play the 8s. Maybe do I want to play 4 of a kind 8s? Sure. Get some tarot cards. Tarot cards that we don't need. Alright, now discarding. I'm going to try to collect the 2s for the flush house. Glass card here. Maybe. So, what is this? Like if I sort by suit. Okay, so this is an 8. It's gotta be, right? We don't have that many clubs. Could be diamonds, could be 6 of diamonds, could be 7 of diamonds. I guess we could just discard it, then we don't have to worry about it. What do I want to make into glass? I could make an extra glass 8. That's okay. Let's... yeah, discard these. Okay, we've got the world here. If I want to turn my 2s of clubs into 2s of spades, probably I should be doing that. Yeah, probably I should also, you know, turn these 8s of clubs into 8s of spades. Too late now, too late now. This 6 I can turn into glass. 2 I think we get rid of. Yeah. Alright, to make sure I have enough here, I think with these 2s and maybe 1 8, that should be enough for my flush house, even without the idol. We're in a position where we don't have to think about it too much. Cheaper rerolls here. I will take advantage of that, looking for planet cards. So here, 2 planet cards. Show me Eris. There we go. Show me another one. So let's go flush 5 now. Right, so if I'm comparing these, flush house is worth 3 times as many chips, and let's say 3 times as much mult. So about 9 times as much, right? If you play just one more, you know, if the idol says 8 of spades, just one more 8 of spades makes the difference between the 2 of these. So now my flush 5 is worth more than my flush house. Cool. So we just play 8s. That's easy. That's easy to do. Let's try to convert the rest of our cards. $100 for the handy tag. Boss says play only 1 hand type. That's fine. Alright, do we want to start with discarding? Sure. Discard the 2. Alright, death card. I can turn this 6 into purple. Alright, discard again. Strength. I can turn this 7 into an 8. Perfect. Alright, now let's play some 8s. So here's 8s. And let's play the glass one. Maybe we can break it. Tower. I can turn a 2 into stone, and then that way it won't count against me anymore. So now my whole deck is just 2s and 8s. Perfect. The suits matter a little bit, but you know, for the most part, it's just 2s and 8s. Pretty simple. I want to... I guess I'll play the polychrome ones. I'll play the gold ones with my final hand here for dusk. So for right now, maybe I can play this 8 here and this 8. And then get rid of these cards. Alright, Chariot we don't need. Probably. I mean, we could hit up the 2 here if we want. Alright, so for the final hand here, we'll go 8s And here's the polychrome ones. That should be enough points. And the idol once again, 8s. Perfect. Alright, series card if we want it. We're going to go for Eris here instead. After picking up the Eris card, I still do want series, potentially. Alright, I no longer need standard packs. You know, I have the polychrome cards, I have the red seal card. Though, there's not really any jokers that I want to get anyway, so I guess I'll open the standard pack just to look. Yeah, and we can just throw it away. We can get rid of Judgment here. Reroll, looking for Death card. A tower helps. So tower, the way that the idol works, I've said this in the past, but the way that idol works is it picks a random card in your deck. And so the reason why it keeps landing on 8 of spades is because I have more 8s of spades than anything else. If you turn something into stone, that thing no longer counts. And so if I turn a 2 into stone, it'll be the same as removing the card from my deck. So like here, this 2 is now a stone. It's gone. All right, let's discard like this. All right, another glass card. Nah. All right, let's play these 8s and get the tarot cards. All right, lovers, nope. All right, let's discard again, some 8s. Sun we don't need. All right, for the hangman, I think I will this 8 and this 2, remove them. Just so that my idol doesn't accidentally land on those. And then, all right, if I want, I could probably get away with playing these 8s here, and then I have other 8s left in the deck that I could play. Or if I wanted to play it safe, I could play like this. Alright, I'm going to play the 2s here. Instead of the flush 5, I'm going to play the glass 2s here as a way of just, you know, getting rid of them, hoping that they break. Alright, then planet cards. Okay, we pick up an Eris here. Sorry, I should have re-rolled in the shop first. So Priestess is one that we don't want. Saturn we don't want. I'm just going to go ahead and open the Celestial pack now. Alright, Mars is okay. Yeah, Mars is okay. Go next. Alright, play only one hand type. Okie dokie. So, if I play the flush 5, is the flush 5 going to be worth too many points? That's what the question is. Let's discard 2 purples. Alright, wheel. Sure. Alright, discard 2 more purples. Maybe now I'll discard the stone cards. Alright, Hermit we can hold on to. Maybe. Let's do this. Here's something that I'm curious about. Sorry, do I want a gold steel or red steel or red gold? I think red gold is fine for now. The question is, if I play these 5 8s, is it going to be too many points with the idol here? And my guess is probably this is fine. Nice, because that means I get to do it again. And I've got more 8s in the deck to do it again. So let's see here. We can get rid of the Empress. We can play this other flush 5 for more tarot cards. We pick up a death card here, so I can get rid of another 2. Alright, do I want to make a gold card? Maybe. Let's do this. Let's play... I'm going to play all the glass cards. Probably. Why not? Alright, do I want to make something into gold? I think no. There's my flush 5. Alright, fool for another death card. Perfect. Alright, idle's on 8 of spades. What's this deck check here? So we have all 8s. We just have to turn some of these 8s. I need a world card is what I need. Ooh, we can pick up the seed money here. Maybe that means we're gonna not reroll anymore. Alright, so card removal if I want. Death card if I want. These, maybe with these 8s, I don't need this many of them. Maybe I should remove them first, and then with just the 1, turn it into spades first before making copies. With this death card, you know what I want to do here. Maybe this holographic card I can turn into gold for the money. Maybe I don't need the card removal. Maybe instead of the hangman, I just use the death card and do something like this. That's probably fine. Here we do get the world card, but I don't have the cards. Unfortunate. I will use the world card in case there's a fool. You know, I can copy it. Though maybe... now that I have the seed money, I have an incentive not to spend my money. I think series card here we don't need anymore, so I'm just going to go next. So now our flush house is only worth twice as many chips. Those still kind of like 3 times as many molt. Let's go next. Boss says decrease level of poker hand. That's kind of rude, but I think we'll be fine. Alright, let's figure out... Alright, this 8 here... Let's play 4 of a kind for the tarot cards. Let's try again 4 of a kind for some tarot cards, or let's discard purples. I need another world card or a fool card. Discard 2 more purples. Alright, strength is not something that we need anymore. Yeah, let's go ahead and play these 4. Should have played the stone card. Alright, spin the wheel, use the priestess, stuff we don't need. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, and if I want I could do this as well. Should be enough. Almost not enough. Maybe something to keep in mind there. With just the 1 glass card, with the 1 polychrome card, it was almost not enough. Alright, let's re-roll for the... we need the world card. Or maybe we'll just open the standard pack and get... Polychrome stone card, that's kind of neat. Alright, we can keep... we'll buy tarot card. Just a block. Okay, Fool for Emperor, unfortunate. Alright, maybe here's Celestial Pack for Eris. Series is less good. Polychrome Stone Joker to go with our Polychrome Stone card, that's kind of cute. We'll just go next. Bloodstone. Too late for the Bloodstone, unfortunate. Alright, what about Death? I mean, if we want to go, you know, 100% 8 of spades, we can. But I do want to get the suit changer. Hangman? No. Senor Huesos? Is that how it's supposed to be? Alright, how about... Alright, we're tapped out here. Go next. I mean, I could, you know, with these extra 8s here, I could make steel 8s, I could make lucky 8s for the money. I think I have enough of the purple ones that I can go ahead and just make these lucky ones. Alright, Hermit we can't use. I mean, not right away. I'll use it. For the extra tarot card, so I miss out on a little bit of money there, but I get the extra tarot card. I'm into it. Alright, Devil. Alright, let's play the 4 of a kind. Still no world card. I mean, there are like 22 tarot cards, right? So if you don't get the one that you want, then understandable. Alright, we're good on glass cards. Alright, let's get the money and... yeah, just to be safer, I'll go ahead and, you know, do the extra polychrome cards. There's the world. Watch, the idol's gonna change now that we finally got the world. Alright, the idol says 8 of spades. Alright, we're good then. Alright, decrease level of poker hand. Oh yeah, that was gonna be awkward. You pick up an Eris card here, now level 6. Now 400 chips. Alright, re-rolling. Actually, I kind of have the cards that I want already. Maybe I don't need to be re-rolling. So I have 1 8 here, and I have 2 more 8s there. I think what I do is, I think the gold cards can be lucky cards. Wait, no. I'm going to save the death card. Actually, what I'm going to do, yeah, let's discard all these glass ones. Discard all of these steel ones. Alright, just get, there's only 5 cards left, right? So let's, I guess, play these 8s, play these steel cards. So here's the 8s are now... Alright, what's better? Having a polychrome card or having an extra trigger? I think the extra trigger's better rather than the polychrome cards. Extra trigger is better for the 8 ball. Also, if these are, red gold cards, we can like hold them in hand for money as well. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, so here we play these for the money. We play these 8s, and we can play a glass card as well, and then there should be plenty of points. Wait, that wasn't my final hand. This is my final hand. That's okay. This is plenty of points anyway. But we did get the 2 D levels on the flush 5. Awkward. Alright, so that gets us, you know, 20 billion there. Next round we need, what is this? Hundreds of billion? 200, 100 billion or something like that? We're fine. Let's go Spectral Pack. Alright, we can take Immolate here if we want. Or, I don't really see anything else that I want. I have low enough cards in my deck that, you know, maybe I'll put the Gold Seal on something. Maybe I'll go Gold Seal Lucky card. And then skip here. Tarot cards I don't need. Buffoon Pack we don't need probably. Yeah. Could pick up the blank voucher here. Let's go next and just see what happens. So now I think we do play the red seal cards, and I think we do play the polychrome cards. I think we play the 4 of a kind here for the tarot cards. Alright, Magician. Nope. I think, yeah, I'll hold on to this 8 so that I can play it for the money. Do I want to discard 2 here? Do I want to play these? Yeah. Alright, get rid of the Magician here, use the Emperor. Discard 2 more purples. I'm gonna go ahead and discard the gold card maybe. Trying to figure out, you know, if I have enough points, and the answer is probably. Alright, this lucky card we can make into a steel card. So if I wanted to score, you know, kind of like what is the maximum amount that I can, this is probably it, this configuration. Alright, with the polychrome and the glass cards, I think it's better for Brainstorm copying Dusk here rather than Brainstorm copying Idol. Is that true? I think Brainstorm copying Idol is better. Especially if I have these red seal ones. Let's do that. And if I have to choose in the future between making more red seals or making more polychrome, I think I want to make more red seals. Okay, Tower we don't need. Emperor maybe giving me Justice card. Could be good. We will go next. Alright, base, chips and molt are halved. Probably not going to be that much of an issue. Could be a little bit. I guess I don't have to play 4. I could play the full 5 of a kind, and I don't have to worry about scoring too many points. Alright, let's play the money and maybe an extra glass card. It's definitely not going to be too much. Alright, we can discard 2 purples and I guess this 8 here, holographic. Alright, so here's the winning hand, right? The winning hand is we play the polychrome ones, we play the red ones, and we include a steel one in there. And we said copying the idol is best. Alright, death here, chariot. I think death is just going to give us more red cards. Let's level up our hand. Maybe? Not yet. Try again looking for an heiress card. Again, not yet. Alright, do I want a hanged man? We don't need a hanged man. Blank voucher is fine. We can spend a little bit of money, but I'll just save the rest of my money for, you know, the boss rerolls. Alright, so this, we should be able to do it. So I want to copy the red cards. Let's go ahead and play these 8s. I guess the benefit to like playing extra 8s is you get more tarot cards, but since I'm holding onto the death card, I'm not going to get more tarot cards. Do I want to make a polyglass card? I think the answer is no. I think what I want to do, I'm going to discard these purple ones, even though I don't get any tarot cards. Alright, I'm going to make the red glass cards and then discard again the purple ones. So like, you know, we're good here in this round, but in the next round we're going to need more technology here. So I'm starting to make more of these red glass cards, even though they're glass. Alright, now let's play these 3 and then redraw 3. Alright, so now that I have red glass cards, is it better to copy the idol or is it better to copy the dusk? I think it's still better to copy the idol. I'm not going to worry about it too much. So let's play these and alright, we play 1 red card. We play one of these red glass cards, and I think if we play this purple card, all of this will be plenty. Or at least it was before, so it should be again. Nice. So E13, and then the next round here is, I guess, also E13. That's interesting. I've never seen this. 10.0 E13. That's 1 E14. 1.5 E14. 2 E14. That's funny. Interesting. Alright, in the Arcana pack here, I'm just looking to make more of these red glass cards. So maybe I'll start by getting rid of the gold ones. Alright, here, do I want more money, or do I want to... I guess with the money I can reroll for more tarot cards anyway. Alright, what about... So here's 3 planets. Let's open the Celestial pack for Eris. And then now the boss says playing high cards sets money to 0. Not a problem, boss. Eris. Cool. That's enough for this shop. So we can do this E13 with just a little bit of extra work here. I'm going to play all the steel ones, and I'm going to play the gold ones for the money. Sorry, I'll play the gold seals first. Alright, tower and strength we can remove here. We can go play... I don't know. Let's discard the 2 purples first. Alright, world we don't need. Priestess gives us Eris. Perfect. Alright, we play the steel ones. We can, if we want to get, you know, extra tarot cards, we can play the purple ones. Sure. Even though they're glass. Chariot? I'm gonna skip on the chariot. Empress, Magician, okay. Actually, I could have made these 8s here, the polychrome ones. I could turn these into lucky cards. Probably should have done that. Okay. So I think I'm gonna play these 3 glass ones, and then that should be enough. If we want to do a double check here, so on this 8 here, I have polychrome and I also have idle. So that's the way that I count polychrome 1.5. I count that as like half, whereas like idle counts as 1. So this is like 1 and 1/2, or you can count this as like 2 and then 1 more. So like 3 halves, or 1 and 1/2. So let's call it 3 halves, 3 half triggers, right? And then I've got, let's see here, the card itself triggers 1 time, and then dusk triggers 1 additional time. And then so should I be copying dusk would give me 2 more triggers on top of that. I would have 4 times 3 halves, or if I copy idle here, I would have 5 halves times 2. So in which configuration do you end up with more halves, right? So currently this is 2 halves plus 1 more half, and then dusk here is 1 and then 1 more. So 3 times 2 halves. Now if I'm copying with brainstorm here, that's 3 times 4, compared to if I'm copying idle here, that's 5 times 2, right? So I think it's better this way if I copy dusk for these polychrome cards, and that should make sense, right? It should, if I have like idle and dusk here, and I say you want to kind of like balance out the number of triggers and then re-triggers, then polychrome is itself kind of like having another copy of idle, not really. And so it's better for us to copy dusk here with the brainstorm. Sorry, that's 1, 2, 3 times, did I do that right? That's 1, 2, 3 times 3 halves compared to 5 halves times 2. 5 halves times 2 is better. Copying idle is better. Now, if we go over to the red gold or the red glass card, so red glass, this is easier to count because we can go, it's glass and then idle. That's just 2 times 2s, and then red seal is 1 on top of 1 with dusk here. So this is 3 times 2 x2s, and so it's better to copy the idle with the brainstorm. So either way, I think it's better to copy the idle rather than copy dusk. Ship it. All right, what am I looking for here? I'm looking for death cards, right? Because when I start playing these glass cards, they're going to start breaking, and so I need to be copying them and making more. So let's see if I can find a death card. Maybe not. If I can't, then we just open the Arcana packs. Okay, we do get a death card here that I can use. And then maybe a Fool here. Yeah, there we go. Fool for another death card. And go next. So let's make another one of these glass cards. Alright, discard 2. Discard 2 again. Okay, well I'll use the priest, or I'll use the hermit first. Alright, so the configuration that I know for sure works is if I play 2 polychrome cards. So I'm going to start by playing here these 5. That way I can draw until I get my polychrome card. Alright, let's play like this and like this. Still looking for that polychrome card. Alrighty, so there's polychrome, here's my fancy 8s, and then we copy the idol. Fool for another Eris card is fine, but I'd rather have a death card. Ooh, that sounded like a lot of glass shattering. We still got 3 left. I mean, the next ante, you know, if we go to ante 15 is E17, so we're gonna have a tough time hitting E17. Alright, we skip here, and let's try to find a death card. Obviously, there's not going to be one in there. Strength? Nope. Ooh, Seltzer. I think also nope. I think we've got all these Eternals. Yeah, I think this Fool is just going to be an Eris card, which is unfortunate, but you do what you got to do. Okay, here. Alright, so we save our 3 glass cards. We only have 3 of them. We save them for the final hand. That's a configuration that we know will work. You know, if we were being a little bit more careful, we could figure out, you know, maybe I don't need to play all 3 of my glass cards. Maybe I could use, you know, more of the steel cards, but I'm fine with calling it soon. I can make these 8s into molt cards if I want. I should have made them into lucky cards back when I had the chance. I want to play... I guess I don't need to play these glass cards here. You know, I don't need to get the extra tarot cards. Maybe I'll hold on to this red gold card for the money. You know, if I need a glass card, I could always turn this into a glass card. Alright, let's go ahead and make these 8s into lucky cards. Ooh, look at that. Alright. Alright, we did break at least one. Alright, we have 2 more left over. Those foil glass cards, red glass cards. We do pick up a death card here. Death card helps. Alright, in this Arcana pack, let's go ahead and use the death card like this. And let's try to find another one. Maybe in a standard pack. Nah. Eris? I will pick it up, but I don't want to use it yet in case there's a Fool. Unfortunate. Go next. Alright, so... yeah, I think we still sell the Eris card just to maximize our chances of getting a death card. We could get either death or a Fool. We get 2 chances. So let's start by discarding purples. And again. Empress, no. Priestess, no. Alright, we can play these. and probably the gold card to get rid of it. It's gonna take a lot. We're gonna need to find a justice card for this red card here. We're gonna need something. We're gonna need a lot of something. And I don't necessarily know if holding the steel cards matters. Like obviously it helps a little bit, times 1.5, but I don't know if it's gonna matter enough in order to get E17 here. So maybe, I mean definitely, wait, these glass cards do more than the polychrome cards do. So maybe I hold the glass cards instead of going for the polychrome. So maybe I can get rid of the polychrome. I have one more, you know, purple glass card in the deck. So maybe I'll play something like this. Maybe I'll play like this. That should be enough re-triggers for me to get a, you know, some kind of tarot card maybe? Okay, some kind of tarot card. Not the kind that we were looking for. So I think this is going to be it. Alright, if I'm copying the idol, then is it better to play a red seal than play an extra glass card? Probably. Is that true? So brainstorm copying idol, that's 2. And so with the red seal, that's times 3. Compared to if I play this, it's, you know, 3, but then only times 2. Oh, it works out the same way. It works out the same either way. So I guess we'll play it this way. I guess if I play this foil, you get slightly more chips, but I think either way, it's not going to matter. Close there. So what would it have taken? It would have taken 2 more times 2s. It would have taken 4 times 1.5s. Maybe. Or like 3 times 1.5s. Either way, I think that's good there. Right, that's going to be it for the painted deck. Picking up the, I guess we didn't get an 8-ball as a new gold sticker for us. Anyway, so what I want to say about the painted deck, you know, you want to make sure that you're playing a higher scoring hand, a higher ranking poker hand, in order to actually get some benefit from having the extra hand size. You want to go for more steel cards. Steel cards because you have the extra hand size to support it, but then also if you're playing a, you know, hand that has higher scoring base, then your steel cards are more valuable. You want to, you know, find some way to score without having to use up your joker slots, which are very limited. All right, take care, everyone.